Hi guys, welcome to Spoopy Girl Tarot. My name is Laurel, and welcome to my first YouTube episode ever exploring the world of tarot and hopefully some spoopy, ghosty stuff too. As I mentioned, I am Laurel, and I've been practicing tarot for over 7 years now. I'm an experienced paranormal investigator. I'm not like a special detective or anything, but I am a clairsentient being, which means I feel spirits when they are around. Sometimes I can hear. But for this particular series that you're currently watching, I'm going to be focusing on tarot readings for all the astrological signs. Now, over time, I'm going to have like dedicated readings that are themed. So Friday nights, for example, I'm planning on doing single spreads, which is basically anytime it'll be live readings for anyone who's looking for love or has questions about a connection that already exists. Just basically just like it's kind of like speed dating with like magic and spirits and that sort of a deal. Aside from tarot, I also use dowsing rods to connect with spirit. So the Friday nights will be dedicated to the single spreads and maybe a little bit of ghost channeling as we go along. But for today's video, I am going to be going through all 12 astrological signs and basically just letting everyone know what they need to know for the coming week. So today is September 4th, so this will be for the Monday through Sunday of next week, or basically the way, if you watch other tarot readers, you might know that some people consider their readings to be timeless, meaning because some people believe that time is fluid. I am mostly going to be focusing on the time that I'm trying to channel. So if I time stamp a reading, like we're looking at that time period. So it really just depends on the specific reading, but just know for this channel, if we're time stamping it, that's the time we're focusing on, not the time fluid stuff. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay. So as I mentioned before, we are going to be focusing on Monday the 7th through Sunday the 13th for all the astrological signs. I have my deck that I will now be concentrating on for all 12. I will just go through and pull a couple of cards for each astrological sign, so let's get into it. What do the signs need to know for Monday the 7th of September through Sunday, September 13th? What does Aries need to know? Can you please tell me what Aries needs to know for Monday the 7th, through Sunday the 13th? What does Aries need to know for Monday the 7th or Sunday the 13th? What does Aries need to know Monday the 7th through Sunday the 13th of December? All right, Aries, here we go. We have 9 of Pentacles. Grab this. We have Page of Pentacles and King of Cups. Wow, okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Swords. So I'm going to go through this as the first card represents your Monday, Tuesday, your middle is Wednesday, Thursday, and your third is Friday through Sunday. And your bottom of the deck is just going to be like the energy that's binding the entire spread for your week. All right, Aries, so you have some really good things going on here. With 9 of Pentacles for Monday, Tuesday, you're feeling settled, you're feeling secure, you feel like everything is going your way. Maybe your money's looking good, maybe you're starting to feel some contentment set in. It's a good time for you to kind of just relax and enjoy the fruits of your labors. If you've been stressed out recently, this is the perfect time for you to just kind of like set that aside and just kind of focus on what's going right. Your midweek is Page of Pentacles, as you can see. And basically this means that there's an offer coming in. Now, Pentacles, of course, represent earth energy. It's material. It represents the home. It represents your finances. It's security. So this can mean a couple of things. This could be that someone is coming to offer you something, like they could be offering you effort of some kind. They could be offering you money. They could bring you a message about work, or maybe it's a new job offer, perhaps. But because your weekend also has King of Cups, which is a very emotional card, it's also a court card. So it represents, you have two court cards here. So court cards represent people. So it could be that potentially someone makes you an offer of love, even though Pentacles don't typically represent love. It can in this case, since you have your week finishing off with Cups, because these suits aren't set in stone. They can be a little bit fluid in their meaning depending on, you know, their placement and how they come out in a spread. So to me, this could be that you're starting off the week feeling good, feeling confident, like you're on top of the world, you know, everything's finally coming into fruition, and someone might take notice of that and think, maybe I really want to spend more time with Aries. Maybe I'm seeing them in a light that I haven't usually seen them in, and maybe that inspires me, you know, to offer them my cup. Maybe I didn't see them romantically before, but now I do, you know, especially since your reading is crowned by the Ace of Swords, which is the beginning of, aces are beginnings, and swords, of course, are air energy. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't mean that it has to be, you know, a person of that sign connected to it that, you know, reaches out to you, but, you know, just in general, air is intellect. It's a logical person. So it could be, like I said, someone could be reaching out to you to start a conversation, and it might start out because of logical reasons and then turn into something more emotional. Because it could be that maybe this person didn't see you as successful before, or maybe they're maybe now just noticing that you're really good at something, or that you emulate qualities or something, or just something, you emanate some kind of energy or look or qualities that someone maybe admires. They see you as someone who's got it all together now. So maybe that is motivating someone to come your way. Because a page, you know, is younger energy. It could be someone who looks up to you or just is a little bit younger than you are. It could also just be that they're emotionally a little less mature. But maybe that's just the starting point. Maybe midweek they start to have these thoughts. They're thinking about it. And then by the end of the weekend, it could be that maybe you two come together, or they're ready to offer you some kind of love. All right, that's what I have for Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. Okay, universe, what can you tell me for Taurus the week of Monday the 7th through Sunday the 13th for September? What does Taurus need to know for the week of September 7th through September 13th? What does Taurus need to know for Monday the 7th through Sunday the 13th? Taurus need to know Monday the 7th through Sunday the 13th. Okay, we have Temperance, Six of Swords, the Lovers, and the Hanged Man. Okay, also a very emotional week here for you, Taurus, in case you were paying attention to the Aries reading. Now you're starting off the week with Temperance, Monday, Tuesday. This is Sagittarius energy, so if you're involved with a Sagittarius, if there's a Sagittarius in your energy, cool. But if not, it doesn't have to. Just throw it out there so that, you know, it's confirmation if you need it. But otherwise, Temperance has to do with regaining balance. It's wanting to, you know, set everything in motion. It's wanting to regain, you know, clarity. It's wanting peace. So Monday, it could be just that you're, just exactly that, regaining your balance. Maybe something's been throwing you off. You are crowned by the Hanged Man, so which of course shows me that either you or the person on your mind potentially have been feeling stuck, maybe in their own mind about a situation. They're too in their head. They're fixated on, what's in their mind rather than maybe what the facts are. And maybe someone is in a position to soon change their perspective about it, especially with the week starting off with Temperance. Maybe that change of perspective is going to give you that balance that you've been looking for Monday, Tuesday, because midweek we have Six of Swords. So someone is wanting to move away from a situation. Someone is just, something might have been too stressful. There could be that, someone wasn't feeling quite satisfied with the situation. If this is love, they're moving away from a situation or an energy that they didn't feel served them anymore. And maybe, that's why they're feeling balanced, or, moving away is in an effort to regain this balance. Sometimes you have to let something go or surrender it or release it in order to, find clarity. You have to distance yourself from a situation, step back, that kind of thing. And it looks like you're going to be successful by the weekend, because it does end with the Lovers, of course. Now, obviously, that could indicate that there's a coming together of two people, which it very well could. Sometimes you have to walk away to know if somebody, if you really want to be in a situation with someone. Sometimes you have to lose something to realize if it's important to you. But it could also be other things. It could, because again, the Lovers isn't just romantic love, it's also love of self. So it could be that you choosing to move away from something in order to gain some new perspective is going to put you in a position to, feel more self-love. Because again, Lovers isn't just about divine unions, it's also about making decisions for your best interest. It's heart over mind, choices. So it could be that you might feel empowered. It could be that you feel, more heart healthy in an emotional sense, not like you just had a bowl of Raisin Bran or anything. It just means that you might be feeling more whole as a result of choosing to take a break from something that's, been causing you maybe to not feel quite yourself. If something or someone has been throwing you off your balance or off of your groove, it looks like you will be taking a break from it, but that you are going to benefit from it. Whether or not this makes someone, regain, maybe this will make the other person look at you differently. Maybe they thought you'd never walk away, but maybe you doing so proved to them, hey, maybe I've been taking this person for granted, but now I don't. And if that's not you, it could just be that you're regaining your balance and you're feeling some inner peace. All right, Taurus, moving on. So I've done Taurus, I've done Aries. I'm going to move on to Gemini. Oops, I almost didn't. Okay. All right, universe, what does Gemini need to know for August 7th through August? Oh my God. All right, I'm still in August mode, I guess. What does Gemini need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Gemini need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Gemini need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Gemini need to know August 7th through the 13th? Gemini, you have 3 of Wands for Monday, Tuesday. You also have Nine of Pentacles for Wednesday, Thursday, Ace of Cups for the weekend, and you are crowned with the King of Wands. Apparently this upcoming weekend is going to be very emotional for everybody thus far. I don't think I'm going in the right order, by the way, for zodiacs, so I'll try to put up a timestamp myself for all the signs that I do go through. I'm just going to go ahead and do all the air signs after this, and then I'll go back and do the other signs that in the order of their, what's the word I'm looking for? Their elements. So I'm going to cluster them up by elements instead, because I always forget which order they go in. And that's what I was trying to do, and I realized mid-reading that I already kind of forgot. All right, Gemini, let's get into it. So your Monday, Tuesday, you have Three of Wands. And you also have Nine of Pentacles, as I mentioned, for Wednesday, Thursday. And you have Ace of Cups for the weekend. So Three of Wands for your Monday, Tuesday. It looks like you're going to be doing some like inner work, some investigation. 3 is a number of creativity as far as angel numbers go. And of course with Wands, it's fire energy. So that could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, of course, if you're involved with one, or if it's somewhere in your chart, blah, you know. A lot of people say that. I'm trying not to put too much emphasis on like stuff like that. I'm trying to be as pure about the reading as possible. But with Three of Wands as the energy for your Monday, Tuesday, it just feels like you're going to be making a decision, or gathering more information about something that maybe you want to invest more time in, whether that's a project or a potential relationship perhaps, or just someone you're maybe of interest in. It's needing to know more information, and it's deciding what's important to you, I suppose, if that makes sense. And again, you are crowned with this reading with the King of Wands, and that's a court card. So it does indicate that there is a person involved. It could be you, of course. But again, it is fire energy, so take it as it makes sense to you. So it could be that you might that you're wanting more information about this King of Wands. Again, you can see in the picture that she is Sophia Petrillo from the Golden Girls. You can see that she has her binoculars, and if you look even more closely, she's looking into the horizon. And there's water in the binoculars. So her intentions and what she's looking at have to do with her emotions. And Wands, of course, again, are passion. So this could be that you're wanting more information about somebody that you are interested in. Someone who you do see as an exciting love potential, or even just like, it may not even be necessarily a relationship. It could just be that it's someone that you have a lot of passion for, because it is King of Wands, not King of Cups. So it could just be someone who is really attractive to you, they excite you, and maybe that scares you a little bit because it's kind of a lusty thing. So you're probably just wanting, more information before you get too emotional about it. And again, you also have Nine of Pentacles midweek. So you're feeling good, it looks like, because you're going to go through this energy of, I'm feeling my interest is piqued. I kind of feel like I need to know a little bit more. But then you get more relaxed, and you kind of just, get in that energy of, I'm just going to do me, you do you energy. I'm just going to do whatever I want and just enjoy what I have, and not really stress myself out about it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm just going to be chill. And it obviously works out, because come weekend time, you have Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of a love, or it's the ultimate love offer card. So this indicates to me that most likely either you are going to reach out, or someone's going to reach out to you to offer you either love itself, or an emotional situation of some kind, because you do have King of Wands crowning the reading. So it could very well be that you have a very passionate weekend here, Gemini. So good luck to you on that. All right, I'm going to continue on with the air signs, since I'm already doing Gemini, and I just never remember the actual order of just the 12 signs itself. I need a chart for myself, honestly. I should have did that next time. All right, so next we're going to do Libra. So what does Libra need to know for September 7th through September 13th? What does Libra need to know for September 7th through the 13th? Libra needs to know September 7th through the 13th. Libra, September 7th through the 13th. All right, Monday, Tuesday, we have 5 of Wands. Making sure I don't have 2. Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have Ace of Swords. Come on, give me one card, please. Okay. Weekend, we have 6 of Wands, and your reading is crowned with the 9 of Wands. Eesh. All right. Since your reading is crowned with 9 of Wands, it tells me that you've been feeling a bit stressed out, or maybe this particular week that we're reading ahead for is going to feel that way, or at least it'll start off that way. There's a lot of maybe there's a lot of factors stressing you out, whether it's work or things related maybe to the pandemic. I don't know, it could be anything really that's stressing you out, because if you look at the card itself, there's 8 wands behind her that represent her troubles, and she's clutching onto one. So it's just like that, not desperate, but just like that coping energy where you're just like, I just feel very overwhelmed by everything, and I'm just kind of like keeping to myself and just doing whatever little things I could do to make myself feel better, because I don't really know how to make these other things just kind of stop, when maybe you should ask for help, kind of a deal. Your Monday, Tuesday is 5 of Wands, so similar energy. It's conflicting goals, it's competition, it's just feeling stressed out, like what you want doesn't, it's just like when what you need to do for you doesn't really balance out with what everyone else seems to ask of you or demand of you. It's just like when things don't mesh together as they should, and you're just feeling kind of overwhelmed because you feel like you're trying to please too many other people and not spending enough time doing what honors your spirit, and in addition to, not necessarily instead of, but like just bringing in that balance. Like, yes, we all have to do things for and with other people, and we know that we need to do things for our own selves, for our own spirit, but a lot of us don't spend enough time doing that. So it could very well be that you might start off the week feeling feeling that stress, or just feeling out of balance because you just might feel overwhelmed or maybe overworked. It could be that. But midweek, seems like it might get a little bit better, because you do have Ace of Swords. Aces again are beginnings, and swords represent the mind, intellect, it's air energy. Could be that someone maybe reaches out to you to start that conversation, to be like, hey, are you all right? I've noticed you kind of maybe feeling off. Or it could be maybe that you will either take action to speak up about what you need, or it's telling you that you need to speak up for what you need, because sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone to let people know that we're struggling, even if it's not our favorite thing to do. But it seems like it pays off if that ends up happening, because your weekend ends with the 6 of Wands, fire energy. So again, not again, but for this energy, 6 of Wands is basically, it's a victory, it's recognition, it's when you're being told, good job for doing this thing that we all observed you working really hard on. So if there's a couple of ways you can look at this reading. It could be that you've been working really hard to the point of exhaustion at maybe your job, and feeling like this is too much for me, like some things have to be more important than my job, but I don't feel like I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you feel guilty for speaking up for what you want because you don't want to disappoint anybody. But by doing so, I think it'll make you it'll give you more respect amongst your peers at work, because you might inspire someone else who maybe looks up to you to speak up as well. They're like, wow, if so and so can, step up and say, hey, this is too much, I need a break, I need a breather, can I get some help on this project? It might end up being that you do a better job for it, you get recognition for it. That's really the storyline I'm feeling for Libra. It doesn't have to be work related. It could also, if this is a relationship, because that's oftentimes what people come here for tarot for. It could also be similar, just like speaking up for what you need in the relationship too. Maybe you've been feeling like you're not getting anything out of it, or you have like maybe what you want and your partner wants are conflicting with each other. Maybe you guys seemingly don't want the same things, but if you talk about it, if you have that conversation, it may actually go better than you think. Because again, Six of Wands is also good news. So it could be that you will be rewarded for being honest by, taking the initiative to say the things that aren't comfortable to say. Maybe if you don't, because this is again air energy, so Libra, this is you. If you're thoughtful with your words and not sharp with them, it could turn out very well for you. Mindful communication, I think, is the key with that reading. Okay, woo! Let's move on to Aquarius, which, if you didn't know, I'm an Aquarius, so I hope it's good. I'm actually technically an Aquarius Capricorn cusp, but I mostly identify with Aquarius personally. Alrighty, what does Aquarius need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Aquarius need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Aquarius need to know September 7th through the 13th? Alright, I felt like I should shuffle differently that time. Alright, Monday, Tuesday, Three of Cups. Wednesday, Thursday, Page of Cups. For the weekend, Five of Swords. And your reading is crowned with the Six of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Belly itched for a second. Don't mind me. Okay, so Monday, Wednesday, what in the world? Okay. So obviously the Aquarius reading is crowned off with the Six of Wands. So that is, recognition for being a team player, or, someone's coming in, someone acknowledges that you're really good at something, or you did a good job, or just that maybe that you're just really talented, or you're just like, it's just recognition of something that maybe you're proud of, or just someone complimenting you. It's good news. It's incoming good news at its core. It's feeling victorious. So that's a good, overall energy for the Aquarius spread. For your Monday, Tuesday, you have Three of Cups. Now, for the most part, that's a good card. It's celebration, it's hanging with friends, it's a time when people usually announce good things are happening for them, like graduations, or engagements, a birthday. It's got that type of basic, that kind of general energy around it. It's a celebratory card. It's spending time having fun with your friends, your loved ones, that type of thing. Unless you're like me, who is still quarantined and hasn't seen their friends since literal March. I wish I was gonna see my friends Monday, Tuesday, but it's not very likely that I'm gonna be doing that. But it could be, maybe you FaceTime them, or maybe you see your family, or maybe that's just how you feel. You can muster up that energy within yourself too, because it's having fun. It doesn't have to involve other people. So we'll just leave it at that. Midweek, we have Page of Cups. So, a page is a court card, so that does represent a person, young energy, water energy. Does not have to be, but if it were, it'd be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So if that doesn't, if you aren't involved or thinking about someone with that sign, don't worry about it, just chuck it. But Page of Cups is the desire, or like it's a love offer. It's not a super serious love offer. It's not like, ooh, let's get married. It could just be that someone reaches out to you to test the waters. It's someone who wants to see how you're feeling, maybe. You know what I mean? It's because it's like a page. It goes like this. There's pages, there's knights, and there's kings. If you're a woman watching this, interested in a man or something, or maybe a woman, who cares, no matter who there's love. The court cards represent the emotional maturity and the potential of the person. So on the lowest bottom of that tier is the page, and then midway it's knight, and then king is obviously like the best possible option. The king is husband material. A page is just younger, and it doesn't mean it's bad. It just depends on what you want and what you're looking for, I guess. So to me, when I read a page, it's mostly just like it's a new person coming in, or if it's not a new person, it's someone who's just testing the waters. Because a knight would be like, oh, let's go out. A king would be like, I want to actually, invest in you and have the relationship. The page is like, ooh, do you like me? Because I like you. I want to, like, would you ever, want to spend time with me? I think you're really cute. It's newer energy. It's like it's baby steps compared to the other two. So to me, this is just like, if it's a new person, they could be expressing interest in you. And if it's an old person, like an ex, or just someone that you already kind of have in your energy, you'll probably get a text or a call from them where they're just like, hey, how's it going? That kind of energy. And it doesn't have to be this way for all of you, but I don't know that you'll want this particular communication, because come the weekend, we have 5 of Swords. And 5s typically in tarot often have to do with the energy of regret. So it could be that this is someone who you might have lost faith in. It could be someone that, you just don't take if you did take them seriously at one point, you might not anymore, because 5 of Swords is cutting someone out. It's leaving someone behind. It could be that, I don't feel that it's the other person reaching out, because I know that some people might read this and think that, oh, this person's reaching out to let you know that they don't want it anymore, but I feel like it's super unlikely, because it seems to me like this person's going to try and you're the one who's going to turn it down, especially because it's again, sword energy, which is air. That's you, Aquarius. So I don't know, because again, you also have 6 of Wands as the energy crowning the reading. So it could be maybe a couple of ways. You may have wanted to hear from this person at some point. Maybe them reaching out to you makes you feel victorious, because you finally get to be like, of course you still want me, but you know what? Fuck you, I don't want you anymore. It could be that, or it could be, how I just strongly vibe and feel with, you have been doing the work to move on from whatever this is, and you're feeling strong and vibrant and just having fun doing you, and then someone is maybe afraid that they're getting left behind, or they can just sense that, like, they can feel your vibrancy, and that makes them want to test the waters with you, but you're like, no, I'm over it. That's just kind of the energy I get from this Aquarius reading. Sorry if we ever get a cross watcher for these videos, and I will never do cross watcher videos. I just don't care for it. I believe that they're possible. I think it is possible that, you could be watching for someone and be like, oh, that's actually the reverse of what's going on. You're reading the other person, not me. I think that's certainly possible, but I'm not going to really acknowledge it. So if that happens to you ever in my readings, just go with it. All right, so I've done all the air signs. I'm gonna go back and finish the fire signs. So I've done Aries, so now I'm gonna do Leo. What does Leo need to know September 7th through the 13th? What does Leo need to know September 7th through the 13th? What does Leo need to know September 7th through 13th? Ooh! Actually, I'll pull out the bottom card first. Oh, okay. So Leo, your reading is being crowned by the Nine of Pentacles. Man, this card's coming out a lot for people today. Your Monday, Tuesday will be the Five of Swords. Your Tuesday, or your Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, got two stuck together. Will be the Hierophant. And your weekend will be the High Priestess. Very interesting, two major arcana cards. Okie dokie, Leo. So, as we said before, your reading is crowned by Nine of Pentacles. So you also are just kind of enjoying yourself. You know, you've worked hard for what you have. You've been through a lot. You just want to enjoy your home. You just want to enjoy your money. You just want to enjoy life, basically. You're just trying to, be comfortable. And I can understand why, because it seems like you're going through some kind of change, because your Monday, Tuesday is the Five of Swords, air energy. So if you're involved with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, there's your validation. But if not, chuck it. But Five of Swords is basically, well, 5 is a regret number. So it could be that someone walked away from you, or you have chosen to distance yourself from somebody, and maybe that person regrets walking away from you, or you do them. Maybe you or they acted impulsively, who knows. And then we go midweek with the Hierophant, which, it's desiring spiritual growth, or some kind of, how should I say? It's like when you know something's missing and you just want to be around people who think like you or have something more to offer you. Like if you're seeking intellectual stimulation perhaps, and maybe you were spending time with someone that you didn't feel, stoked your coals, when it comes to your mind, like they were good everywhere else, but they just didn't, do anything thought-provoking maybe for you. Or maybe you want someone who's more spiritually aligned with your beliefs, and maybe this person isn't, and maybe you've chosen to kind of distance yourself from them, and so that you can spend more time with, a different tribe that matches your vibe, kind of a deal. And come the weekend time, I'm sure it's still going to be on your mind, because we do have the High Priestess. It's a very intuitive card. It's going within to kind of reevaluate what you do know. And we do have the moon in the background as well. So that, of course, also indicates to me that not all the information you are seeking is available to you right now. So you have to rely on your intuition to kind of feel it out, because there are things that have yet to come to light. So to me, this is more of a vibe of just, chill out. Don't think so hard about this. Maybe don't try to force someone. It could be that either you have to decide if this person is really for you, or not, how should I say? It's like, let's say that this is your storyline and you're seeking someone who is more on your level in some capacity, whatever that might be. You have to figure out if it's more important that you're with a smart person versus someone who treats you right. Does that make sense? It's like, sure, you could have this person who reads all the same books as you, keeps up with the news, can have all those intellectual conversations with you, but Are they going to be someone who brings you breakfast in bed? Are they going to be someone who takes care of you when you're sick? You know, will this person show up for you still? So if you could only pick one of those things, which would you pick? You know what I mean? So it's, to me, this is evaluating what's really important to you and just kind of feeling it out. I don't see any, other than Five of Swords, I don't see anything that indicates any action. I think this is mostly in your head, and you're just thinking about something that you're not totally vibing with, and you're considering whether or not it's for you. But I would suggest continue just feeling it out and don't do anything rash before you do something you regret. I mean, some of you may have already done it, and it's on your mind. You're wondering, did I do the right thing? But if you haven't done this yet, I would suggest just chill out, see how it goes. Just let it kind of marinate and don't do anything impulsive. All right. Let's do Sagittarius. Ooh, excuse me for a moment. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's get her done. Let's see, what does Sagittarius need to know for September 7th through September 13th? What does Sagittarius need to know September 7th through the 13th? What does Sagittarius need to know September 7th through the 13th? Monday, Tuesday. Oops, wrong one. Alrighty, Sag. Excuse me. Alright, Sagittarius, your reading is crowned with the Ace of Cups. I know this is backwards, but you know what it is. You can see the picture. So it's a very beginnings of love, the desire for new love. We will see as we go. I mean, it's very possible the way that this reading goes out. Your Monday, Tuesday is Seven of Wands. So very stressful, conflicting energy, feeling overwhelmed. You know, it's you can clearly see she's got a lot of things coming at her, and she's very defensive. So I mean, it could be that you're feeling like too many things are coming at you at once. You know, perhaps, you know, you took on more than you felt that. It's like when you take a bigger bite than you can handle. You know what I mean? You got overconfident, and maybe you took on too many things, and now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. It could very well be that. So to me, this energy is just like, what did I do? I got mixed up in too much. Like there's too many details. I feel very overwhelmed. You know, it could also be that if it's not like tasks or like, you know, little jobs necessarily, like if it's not like you took on too much, it could also be that something you thought you wanted to do, or maybe a person you decided to, you know, invest more time in, didn't quite work out. Maybe something felt right to you in the moment. You know, maybe you impulsively went for something, and then it turns out that it was totally all wrong. Like maybe the weight of that choice, that decision, is now like all coming at you at once. Like maybe now you're realizing, oh my God, look at all these things that like aren't, like this person like has this and this wrong with them, or like they have all these opinions about me and they think I'm such a terrible person, but like I don't even have, and all I can do is just like stand my ground and kind of try and fight back, because I mean, it's defense mode. It's feeling like, what did I do? I might have messed up, but I don't want to be wrong. You know what I mean? It's like when you staunchly are in your position to kind of defend your decision or your choice, no matter what it, even if you know you're wrong. Does that make any sense? I hope so. It's defensive energy. It's someone who has a lot coming at them. It's it's a decrease in confidence for sure. Like all of these little, it could be that someone is attacking you, Sagittarius. It could be that you felt a certain way about something or someone, and now maybe they're coming at you and you're just feeling overwhelmed and stressed out about it. Like, shit, I mean, damn, what did I do? Like, it's not even like, because I mean, in some cases, if someone's like attacking your character or something, you might be like, well, why do you think that about me? You know, some people would just be like, oh my God, let's talk about it. Not you. You're like, I'm not taking this sitting down. But it's also wearing, even though the external impression is that you are just being defensive and you're just trying to like fight back, the reality is that it's wearing you down. Your confidence is, it's going down as a result of this. But I mean, it picks back up. It's because I mean that's what it usually means. But I think Monday, Tuesday you'll probably be low energy, but it picks back up the rest of the week. I mean, your midweek is 9 of Pentacles. This card keeps coming out for people. Like every sign I've done, 9 of Pentacles has come out in some degree. I think except for Aquarius, whatever. So 9 of Pentacles, as I have said throughout this video, it's enjoying what you have. It's resting, enjoying your home life. Everything feels like it's in place. You know, it's feeling successful in what you're doing. So maybe you had a shitty Monday, Tuesday, but maybe everything will be resolved and you'll feel, you know, more comfortable come midweek. And then you have Queen of Wands for your weekend. Court card could be a person. So maybe if this is a love situation, maybe you guys will be fighting the first 2 days of the week, but then it'll kind of calm down, and then maybe it'll get more passionate towards the weekend. And again, as I mentioned before, we have Ace of Cups crowning the reading, so there is like love energy surrounding this more than anything else. Certainly more passion than love, since we have two cards that have wands in them. And of course it's a Queen of Wands, so that's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. You know, this could also be you. It could be you are feeling, you know, in your element again. You might be feeling more in control, because Queen of Wands is the ultimate confidence. She's popular, she's sexy, everyone likes her, she knows what she wants. So it could very well be that either something resolves that's causing you conflict in the beginning of the week, and that renews the sense of love between you and another person, or it could just be that, you know, it pushes you in the direction towards a Queen of Wands. It could go either way, because again, the aces are beginnings, and Ace of Cups is a love offer. So if this isn't you renewing an existing, you know, relationship, you know, that you're already, you know, committed to, it could be that this makes you realize, I could be doing, you know, something with someone else. You know what I mean? So it could be that, you know, this pushes you to, you know, it could be that this either is the renewal of something that already is going on, or it could be that this situation finally pushes you to be on your own and enjoy, you know, a peaceful, solitary life. You know, it encourages, like if you were dealing with a shitty relationship potentially, it could be that this is the last push you needed to go be on your own and just enjoy doing you. And in doing that, you're able to either pursue or, you know, find that Queen of Wands, a person that you're super attracted to. This doesn't necessarily, a Queen of Wands, you know, if Queen of Cups is like the wife, or the Empress technically is the wife, but you know, compared to Queen of Cups, this is more of like a lustful situation. So it could very well be that you'll have a very passionate weekend with someone. If it's not your current partner, then someone you have interest in, and maybe that'll be the beginning of you starting a new relationship with someone. So it's either going to be the renewal of an existing relationship, or the like birth of the pursuit of a new one, or newer one perhaps. So there you go, Sag. Okay, fire signs are done. I have already done Taurus, so I will continue with the remaining earth signs. So let us do Virgo. All right, universe, what does Virgo need to know September 7th through the 13th? What does Virgo need to know September 7th through the 13th? Okay. Trying to go a little bit. I shuffle as much as I'm told to, basically. I stop when I either go longer or shorter, depending on what I'm asked. Okay, Virgo. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, we have Four of Cups. So feeling a little blue, a little lonely perhaps, just kind of maybe feeling a little too isolated. We'll see. Wednesday, Thursday, we have Three of Cups. During the weekend, we have Justice. And your reading is crowned with the Hierophant. All right. So overall, how would I say? There is a desire here for community and or companionship. There's a little bit of a lonely energy. That's what I'm trying to convey. There's a lonely energy here, whether that's you or someone connected to you. Because the Hierophant is higher level energy. It's a wise teacher. It's someone, it's a spiritual counselor. It's basically that emotion when you know you need something more, but you're not getting it quite yet. It's kind of like that song God-Shaped Hole by Plum, that 90s early 2000s song. It's when you know that there's something missing. It's a song about how there's a hole in your heart that only God can fill. Nothing earthly can possibly, mend that emptiness, kind of a deal. So it's kind of like that. It's basically that energy of just knowing there's an incompleteness and you need to be around people like you, that think like you, that vibe with you, that like the same things as you. It's just needing to be amongst your people. That's kind of that's the crowning energy for this. Because Four of Cups is dissatisfaction. It's feeling discontent. It's just kind of like feeling left out, or just being, it's just lonely energy. But midweek, it gets a little bit better because, again, we do have Three of Cups, that's celebratory energy. So it could very well be that, you get your wish, because if the crowning energy is the Hierophant, the need to be around like-minded people, it could be maybe that you are able to spend time with your family, or maybe FaceTime your friends around this time. Maybe you'll get that maybe some of that blue energy will just kind of be shook away midweek, because you'll be able to communicate and just spend time around people that you like to have fun with, or that make you feel fun. And then over the weekend you have the Justice card. So I don't feel this particularly, but because the general meaning of justice typically revolves around legal matters, I have to throw it out there. If there's something, if you've been dealing with any legal matters, legal court drama, anything like that, it will resolve. Things will rule in your favor. If that is not your story, to me, this would be you making a decision for yourself. It is either you, if we're looking into this as a love reading, to me, this would initially read as a person who feels lonely within a relationship, whether intended or not. Somebody isn't present, and the other person, probably you, is feeling that way. Like, there's nothing worse than being in a relationship and still feeling lonely because the person's not actively participating or acting like they want to be in it. So I think that this energy, to me, the strongest vibe I'm picking up for this story is that someone is feeling left out and alone, super isolated and lonely, even if they are in a relationship. And they may, FaceTime their family and friends, and they might be talking to them about the situation, and they're telling you, you could do so much better. You need to be someone who actually, wants to be in a relationship, or, has, the capacity to be, present and, give you the type of love you deserve. Someone who thinks like you and like has the same relationship goals. And then come the weekend, it could be that you decide to take action on the advice that you're given. Maybe you'll decide, I don't think this is serving me. Maybe I don't want to be in this anymore. And that would be you making a decision in your favor, Or it could be that the other person decides to work on it, or they decide to, do something to like make a decision that is also in your favor, whatever that may mean. So overall, it's lonely energy that's going to get better as the week progresses. There's some level of sadness that gets taken care of midweek after communicating with friends or family, and then a decision is made ultimately based on whatever happens midweek. There you go, Virgo. Hope this helps. All right, I think the last earth sign I have to do is Capricorn, which is my cusp, so hopefully it was better than my last one. All right, what does Capricorn need to know September 7th through the 13th? Does Capricorn need to know September 7th through the 13th? September 7th through 13th for Capricorn. All right, Monday, okay. Monday is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, weekend, oh boy. All right, Capricorn, your reading is crowned by the Ace of Pentacles. Cool stuff. So some kind of offer is coming in, very likely monetarily, or the opportunity to be profitable or abundant. Maybe an opportunity, a job offer, or something cool that, could become profitable for you. Or could also be an abundance of emotion and love. Something emotional, certainly, because this proves to be somewhat of an emotional-ish week for you as well. You start off Monday, Tuesday with 4 of Wands. This is also, kind of like 11-11 for some people, which if you are familiar, 11-11 is a strong manifestation number. It's the number, everyone likes to wish on 11-11 at night. So in that regards, something that you've been, maybe if you're single, very likely you could hear from the person you have interest in on Monday, Tuesday, and you'll be in a very enamorous state. Because 4 of Wands, 4 is the number of stability. And as you can see, the couple here is dancing, they're having fun. So it's a lot of things. Stable relationship, it's a stable home. Excuse me. It's, a secure relationship, it's commitment. It's a higher level of commitment, essentially. So it could be that you hear from somebody on Monday, Tuesday who may offer you a higher level of commitment or express that they have really strong feelings for you, and this is the kind of connection that they want. Because again, we're crowned with the Ace of Pentacles, so this very well could be the offer that comes in at the beginning of the week for you. However, similar to Aquarius's reading, which again is me, so I remember, this may not be an offer you necessarily want, because midweek we have the 8 of Swords. So it could very well be and it's most likely you, I'm feeling it's you, Capricorn, that it's a little too late kind of energy. Because this person may come in very strongly saying, this is what I want with you, but you might not know what to do about it, because this is being stuck in your head. It's fear-based thoughts. It's feeling conflicted. It's like it's self-imposed entrapment. You know what I mean? It's like, ugh, damn, I already walked away from this. Why does this person want to, offer me this big ass pentacle when I already walked away? So it's like feeling trapped in your head and not knowing what to do about it. Because you're like, they're finally saying what I want them to say. I'm hearing what I want to hear, but I feel like it's too late now. What do I do? Because I still have emotions about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel trapped. And it could also be that there's something that you're not willing to see. So you might be blind to the reality of the situation because you're so in your mind that you may not see that perhaps there's something really, there's something real to this. And we end the weekend with Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy too. So in general, Temperance is the balance of the tarot, which is pretty self-explanatory. So it could very well be that this person comes in very strongly offering you, that giant pentacle, as we saw as crowning the reading, but you might feel conflicted about it and might be so in your mind and so logic over heart that you might be missing, what's really happening or the truth of a situation. And it could be that you might feel more balanced about it after after Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe by the time it's the weekend, you'll have had time to think about it and you'll be able to kind of ruminate on what's being offered and make a better decision about it. So I do think that come the weekend time, I don't necessarily know that you're gonna turn it down per se. I know that there will obviously be some inner turmoil and conflict over this situation, but by the weekend, I think you'll probably be more willing to talk about it because you'll feel better. Make sense? All right. Let's finish off with our beautiful water signs. So let's start with Pisces. What can you tell us for September 7th through the 13th for Pisces? What is happening on September 7th through the 13th for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know for September 7th through the 13th? Pisces need to know September 7th. Pisces, what do they need to know for that time frame I said? Oh my, that's not good. Neither is that. Oh, I mean, alright. It's not bad. Let's just get into it, Pisces. Your energy is crowned off with the moon, which is the card that represents you. So you are your own, it's all Piscean energy in this Pisces reading. So that's cool. That's validating. But overall, the moon has to do with that which has not been revealed yet. It's information that it means that no matter what this situation is going to be about, there are things that have yet to come to light. There are things you just don't know that have yet to be revealed to you. It's hidden information. Not to say that there's like secrets around you, but it just means that if there's something on your mind, you don't know everything about it yet. So that's where we're at with that. It's also pretty emotional. So it's just a desire to know more about something, but you don't have everything at your disposal with which to know all the answers. Maybe you're not supposed to know yet. So be patient, Pisces. But let's get into it. Monday, Tuesday, you have 9 of Wands, feeling overworked, overburdened, and just kind of listless, I guess. And then midweek, we have Eight of Cups, which generally has to do with some level of dissatisfaction, needing to walk away from something. Usually it's cups, so it's emotional, it's water energy, so it's for sure you, but it doesn't have to be like a I mean, I know for some Pisces out there, they're gonna immediately think, oh my god, a breakup. Doesn't for sure mean that yet. We'll get into it. And then your weekend is the Knight of Swords, so actually very interesting, because again, we're crowned with the moon. So this means that there's still information to be had, to be learned, to be revealed. So there is, gosh, okay. Overall, to me, there is something dissatisfying you, Pisces. There's something that is making you feel overburdened. It's heavy energy, and it makes you want something more than you currently have. Because Eight of Cups is not always just walking away from something or turning your back. It's also just recognizing that you need more than you currently have, or wanting more than you're currently experiencing. So if you are just feeling like everything is just too much, Monday, Tuesday, like, because again, Wands is passion, Cups is emotion. So this is all heart stuff. This isn't like you just being too much in your head. Because I mean, Pisces is water energy. It's very emotional. Can't help it. That's just how you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that whatever is bothering you really bothers you, because you're very overwhelmed by whatever it is that's making you feel drained of your energy Monday, Tuesday. And Wednesday, Thursday, you may just like wipe your hands clean of it, and it really will distance yourself from it. Whether it's a person specifically, or maybe a group of people, or maybe just a situation entirely. Something that is not serving your spirit is going to be something you decide to distance yourself from. But at the same time, the situation that's causing you such strife, you don't know all the details about it yet, because like I said, we're crowned by the moon. That's you. But over the weekend, you're probably going to get that illumination you're looking for with Knight of Swords. That's someone rushing in to tell you something. It's sword energy, so that's air. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Doesn't have to be, but if it matters to you, very likely will be that some air sign will like rush to tell you something that's going to change, you know, what you think or how you feel about the situation, either for the better or the worst. So I would just say, like, whatever it is that you're wanting to walk away from, at least wait till the weekend to see if whatever information you get changes how you feel about it. So that way you're not making a rash decision. Yes, cool, makes sense. I hope so. And I mean, if these don't resonate with you, then obviously it's meant for a different Pisces. Or it could just be everyone has different signs in their astrological houses. Check your birth chart. See what's in your rising, your moon, your Venus. So, because it might be that a different reading resonates more with you. Happens to me, I'm a cusp. So sometimes Capricorn meetings mean more to me than Aquarius ones do. Just depends. But usually they're pretty spot on for me. Either way. All right, we just did Pisces. Let us now do Cancer. What does Cancer need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Cancer need to know the 7th through the 13th of September? Queen of Wands, King of Swords. I can't pull this off. There we go. 10 of Swords. A lot of air energy here. Okay. So, who am I doing? Cancer. Cancer, you are crowned with the 6 of Pentacles. So, you're getting back into, you're regaining balance as well. It's kind of similar to Temperance, where Temperance is balance. 6 of Wands is regaining balance. you're getting to a place where you're not working more than you're having fun, and vice versa. You're getting all your ducks in a row and you're enjoying yourself. And I mean, I guess it's paying off. You have 2 court cards here, so how would I put this? Your Monday, Tuesday is Queen of Wands. So if this is fire energy, of course. So it could be that you or the person you're dealing with are going to be feeling, pretty good. Queen of Wands is a very passionate energy. So she's confident, she's passionate, she knows what she wants. People look up to her. She's very attractive. People care about what she thinks. And your Wednesday, Thursday, you have King of Swords. So we have a female and a male court card here. So there's a couple of ways I can look at this. But King of Swords, he's very logical, he's very fair, he makes it's logic over heart kind of a deal. So, he tries to be fair more than anything else. And then your weekend is 9 of Swords. So sleepless nights, very conflicted, stressed out, having nightmares, that kind of a deal. So what I feel like the story I am getting is it could, even though I did this as a week ahead spread, I feel like it's coming out like for you, Cancer, that there's a divine union that is trying to regain balance. It has everything it needs to be like, successful in terms of like, you're trying, either if you don't already have a home together, you're trying to build towards it. The passion's there. You got good heads on your shoulders. You're obviously 2 very, fire and air, 2 very different energies, certainly, but fire can't burn without air. So it could be, even though you operate very differently and think very differently, you don't have to have this 9 of Swords energy. And I feel like one of you is stressed out about this union because it might be that you 2 just are so different in the way that you tick. But it doesn't have to be, because I think you'll be fine. It could be that there's some issues over the weekend, but I think you'll be fine overall, because this is the energy surrounding it. And like underneath this card is the 10 of Pentacles, which is, you can see the card below 6 of Pentacles is the 10 of Pentacles. So that's happy home life. That's, happily ever after. It's the house, it's the kids, it's the cat, the dog, the picket fence. So I feel like you'll be fine. Just someone needs to get out of their head and stop focusing on what's different about you. I know that wasn't like a linear what to expect for each day, but that's just what came out for Cancer. So I hope that helps. All right, now we just have Scorpio. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know for September 7th through the 13th? What does Scorpio need to know September 7th through the 13th? Does Scorpio need to know September 7th through the 13th? Oh yeah. Monday, Tuesday, okay. Wednesday, Thursday, the weekend, and a lot of Hierophants too in these readings. Okay. All right, Scorpio, so kind of got a lot going on. It doesn't look like a bad week at all. I mean, starting off the week, you have 10 of Wands, so a lot going on beginning of the week. Clearly she's got a lot on her back, but it's not swords, so that's good. Because if it were 10 of Swords, that would be, like just sleepless nights. It would be a real like just torturous burden on the mind, you know, it's just like anxiety ridden. But this 10 of Wands, so it's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress and chaos, but you know, it's chaos that you chose to take on. So it's just, you know, it's a lot of projects, or it's one really big thing, like if you're moving, or if, you know, you got more responsibility at work. That's kind of what this energy is. So it's not, like I said, it's not swords energy where, you know, it's, you know, it's fucking with your head and you're just like really upset and depressed, and you know, it's all in your head. And you know, and it might be, you know, circumstances beyond your control possibly. This is something you chose to do, that's just, it just happens to be a lot of work. So if we're going with like the storyline of someone maybe moving somewhere else, that's all it is. So if we, you know, it's just like, I gotta pack all these boxes, I gotta move all this furniture, you know, no one told me. Well, I don't know your life, but you know, it's something you're choosing to do versus something that someone's forcing you to do. I hope no one's forcing you to move, but if, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of work that you chose to take on, and now it feels like a lot. But you get over it pretty quickly. I mean, it moves on. It just seems like humdrum. It's just a lot of stuff I have to do today. A lot of work to do. And then midweek we have the Magician. So that's great because we go from having a lot of work to do, have a lot of responsibilities to take care of, and now I feel like I can do anything. I'm a blank slate. The Magician is really powerful manifestation. So this is not me, but like I'm reading it as if, you know, when I say me, I mean you. But basically, if this is me, it's the feeling of like, man, I feel like I can do anything now. I have all of the resources, all of the tools at my disposal. I'm done doing I got everything I needed to do done Monday, Tuesday. Now I have time to focus on what I really want to do and what I'm interested in. And now I'm going to focus on that. And then the weekend we have Page of Swords. So, I mean, there could be little challenges that come up this weekend. Maybe like more things pop up that you don't really feel like you don't really feel like doing, but you know it's better if you do. It's just like little baby challenges that just feel like just like a little annoying things that might come up, but they're things that you can resolve. It could also be that you know, get communication from an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be that sign, but someone could reach out to you offering to help, or just, you know, you might get a little sidetracked with some conversation over the weekend with someone. But I mean, it's probably more so about logical things, not necessarily anything dramatic or, you know, winds, you know, whirlwind, nothing like that. It's probably just someone, you know, who probably just wants to chat you up, ask how you're doing with what you're, you know, whatever project this is perhaps. And again, your reading is crowned with the Hierophant, wanting, you know, spiritual growth, or just wanting to be around people who think like you, act like you, have your values, or, you know, seeking advice. So it could be that, you know, you're just working on something really important, you know, something that really takes a lot of effort, time, and energy, and you're gonna feel really good about it. And it could be that, you know, someone offers to help you get it done. It could, you know, you may go to someone else for advice, like, hey, I'm working on this really big thing, you know, do you have any advice you could give me? Is there something I could be doing better? Do you know a place where I can buy this and this such and such thing for this project I'm trying to do? You know what I mean? It's like busybody energy. So it just seems like Scorpio is gonna just have like a really busy week taking care of their stuff, and they're gonna have a sense of renewal and a fresh start because of it. So there you go. Well, there you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really hope it resonates. If it does, drop me a comment down below, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. And, you know, if this, you know, video doesn't resonate for you at all, just check your moon, your sun, your rising. It could be that maybe a different sign makes more sense for you. And if you're interested in a personal reading, go ahead and follow me at spoopygirl with the 3 R's. 3 R's on Instagram. That's where you can privately request a personal reading from me. I will have a schedule for that available on the Spoopy Girl Tarot channel on my Instagram. I will get better at this, I promise. But in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.